not a fan of this one. This one probably won't go down well, but it's completely naive to compare being a centre-back in the Premier League to being a centre-back in the SPL. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to LOITV. Now in today's video we are going to be doing a ranking video, basically taking each Irish player from the senior setup and the kind of under 21 setup that made a move this summer, and we're going to be ranking it from 1 to 10 on how it affects their international chances or career, 10 being really good and 1 being a bad move for the player and for their international prospects. Before we jump into it, guys, I want to give a shout out to a page that I've been in touch with recently called Cruthaigh on Instagram. I'll leave a link to their Instagram page as well, but they actually do custom fan chant posters. They do any fan chants design that you want. You can send in lyrics that you prefer from your preferred club, and they will do that for you. You can customize your background color and your text color. We have got a special gift for you guys. If that you go over to the website and you use the code LOITV, all in capital letters, no spaces, you will receive a free poster with your order. So yeah, some examples that they have sent over. I'm a Shells fan, so I got this one. It's a chant, really cool poster. And then this one as well for Ireland. Come on you boys in green. Class little posters. I think it's really cool, the design. The designs of them are really cool, really high quality. And listen as well, it's a person that's promoting the League of Ireland doing this kind of work. I think it's really good to get behind and promote these people. So make sure to go over and show them some love, and if you have a few quid going, buy some posters. So yeah, go check them out, guys. Link in the description down below. We're just going to jump straight into this with Kieran O'Hara, the goalkeeper who was previously with Manchester United. He did become a free agent and he has been snapped up by Burton Albion League One side, I believe. And this one, I've ranked it as as 5. He's 24 years old, so I don't think he'll ever be the Irish #1 goalkeeper. Hopefully he can get some football in. He has been in the senior squads as of late as mainly the 3rd choice goalkeeper. I presume the likes of people I will be mentioning after this, Gavin Bazunu, Kelleher, will probably be challenging him for spots in the senior squad soon. So yeah, I'm not sure how long he'll be in the Irish senior squad, but yeah, I think a 5. It doesn't really affect it too much, so I'm giving him a 5. Next up we have Gavin Bazunu, as I just mentioned there, former Shamrock Rovers goalkeeper, really hot prospect. A lot of you guys will know that already. And he was of course with Manchester City. He has gone to Rochdale on loan. I believe that's League One as well. And I've ranked this as a number 10. I've ranked it at 10 because it's a fantastic move for the teenager. He's going to play first team football. He actually got into the team of the week in the 2nd week, I believe. And he kept a clean sheet against Portsmouth, who are no mugs. Still have the likes of Ronan, Curtis and stuff. Really good team for League One. So to keep a clean sheet against them is a really good achievement for Gav. And yeah, he could potentially be the Irish #1 in a couple of years time. I definitely could see that. So it's a fantastic move for him. Going to get some first team football. I believe he's only 18 still. So yeah, really good move for Gavin. Next up we have Lee O'Connor, another former Manchester United player I believe, and he is with Celtic. He made a move to Tranmere Rovers on loan. I've ranked this at number 3 because it's gone to League 2. I think he's 21 now. You simply can't be considered in the Irish setup playing in League 2. It's in the 4th tier of English football. I don't think it can be considered. I would have liked to have seen him move to maybe League 1. As I believe he's more than capable of playing League 1, to be honest. He's a good player. He's made a senior appearance for Ireland before and didn't let anybody down. So yeah, he's a good player. And listen, first team football is of course very important. But I hope he can impress really and push his way up the Football League. If he puts in a good display with Tranmere, he can possibly get League 1 Championship in the next season, or maybe get a breakthrough at parent club Celtic, hopefully. But yeah, I've ranked this one at 3. Not overly impressed with that one. Next up we have Danny McNamara, Millwall fullback. Good fullback for the Ireland under-21s under Stephen Kenny. Kenny will like him. He has moved from Millwall to St Johnstone on loan. I've ranked this at 7. I think it's a decent loan move for the 21-year-old. He will have to wait a while before getting a look in the senior squad at Ireland, though. A right back is our strongest position in the team by a mile, with two of the top Premier League fullbacks, obviously Doherty and Coleman. Speaking of those options at right back, we do have Matt Doherty, who went from Wolves to Spurs for £15 million. I've ranked this at, it's an interesting one because I think people might look at it in 2 different ways, but I've ranked it at number 8. I ranked it at 8 on the scale. He was very, very well suited to Nuno Espirito Santo's system and style of play with the kind of 5-3-2, or however you want to call it, 3 at the back, 5 at the back. He played in the right wing back role. He really, really suited him, and he had probably the best season of his career last year. And a move to Jose Mourinho Spurs does seem like an upgrade, definitely on paper. But is it? Wolves have been really, really good recently, and they're probably going to be challenging in and around, probably for the same kind of honours that Spurs will be challenging for this season. Maybe Spurs might push on a little bit with likes of Gareth Bale in the side now and stuff like that. They're really showing a lot of ambition to crack into that top 4, and they might have a good run in the Europa League. But yeah, it's hard to know whether it suits him more. But he has been playing as part of a back 4 with Spurs. But listen, it's a 4-year contract. It ensures a lot of security for himself and his family on good money. So I am delighted for him in that respect. It's a really, really good move from him. And yeah, it's hard to know because he, as I said, he plays in that back 4. But it isn't a conventional back 4. It's kind of one where Doherty gets the chance to push on further up the pitch, and Ben Davies at left back kind of nearly plays as a third centre back at left back. Nearly doesn't get forward nearly as much as Doherty does. But will the addition of Reguilón from Real Madrid affect this? That's a big question. Reguilón obviously is a bit more of an attacking option from left back. He was really, really good for Sevilla last season on loan, and it's a fantastic signing for Spurs. But will that affect Doherty being able to get forward as much? And as I've said in the channel before, I'm not a huge fan of him in a back 4. I think he's not really suited to that aspect of it. Could Mourinho potentially revert to a similar formation that Wolves are operating with, where they can kind of get the best out of Doherty and Reguilón on either side? I think it's a good move from overall, though. That's why I put it at 8. If there's any manager in world football who can improve Doherty defensively, it is Mourinho. So it's good for his international career, I think, especially if it continues as a back 4 under Stephen Kenny. So yeah, I've gone with 8. Next up is Shane Duffy. Now, people might not thank me for this, but I don't like this move from, really, to be honest. It's from Brighton Hove Albion to Celtic on loan. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of. I've put it as a number 2. That might be a little bit harsh on the scale, number 2, but I'm not a fan of this one. This one probably won't go down well. But it's completely naive to compare being a centre back in the Premier League to being a centre back in the SPL. It is a positive that he will be playing first team football, of course it is, but could he be playing first team football for a team in the Premier League? Absolutely. West Ham, I believe, were interested. That would have been a better move than Celtic, in my opinion. I believe a lot of his family and stuff were delighted with his move to Celtic. So yeah, for Duffy, it's a nice story. It's a lovely tale. But in terms of competing at that top level and what we want him to be performing at an international stage, I'm not a huge fan of it. He's more than capable of playing in the Premier League for the next few years. I think he's been one of Ireland's top performers for years now. Bar 2, maybe 3 teams in the league, in the SBL, he'll barely have to break a sweat most weeks. I think it's not a poor move, but it's a bit underwhelming in terms of, maybe if they have a run in the Europa League, Celtic and stuff, you'll have a few challenges there, but I just think I'm not a huge fan of it. I think it could potentially have a slightly negative impact on his international career, as he's not marking or playing against the level of forward he should be, really. An example I don't like using particularly, but Wigan, team I follow in League 1, have loaned out a striker. We've got like 8 or 9 senior players, and we've loaned out a striker to Motherwell. So that shows you they're in the 3rd tier. They can afford to loan out a striker, a backup striker who starts for Motherwell, who are in the Europa League, so are probably one of Scotland's top sides, and that's the type of player that Shane Duffy will be coming up against. So I do like, his name's Callum Lang as the striker. I do like him, but in terms of what the Premier League has to offer in terms of forwards compared to the SBL, it's one of those where I prefer to see Duffy playing week in, week out in the Premier League, because he's more than capable. But look, I know it's a lot of, I think Chris Sutton was going on about how it's a good move and stuff. I don't know, I haven't really looked into what people have been saying about it too much, but in my book, I'm not a huge fan of the move. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. I might be a little bit off on this one, might be being a bit harsh, so let me know in the comments below. Next up we have Jeff Hendrick. Obviously his contract with Burnley came to an end. His contract expired, and he was offered a new one by Burnley but turned it down and moved to Newcastle, I believe, on a 4-year deal. I've ranked it as number 5. It doesn't have too much of a bearing on his international career, to be honest. Not a particularly good move, not a particularly bad move for his career. It's kind of a sideways step really, and moving to a similar team that will probably finish in a similar area in the league table. So yeah, Hendrick to Newcastle, it's just more or less the same kind of thing. He'll probably get a good bit of first team football again, so yeah, it doesn't really have too much of a bearing on his international career. Next up we have Ronan, under 21 international, of course. He moved from Wolves, who he's still with, 22 years of age now, so I'll be hoping for him to start making the breakthrough at Wolves if he was going to. Not looking really good on that front, because Wolves obviously are a really top side now. He's moved to Grasshopper Zurich on a loan deal. It's a weird one. I've ranked it at number 3. He's such a talented player. It's a weird move. I believe Grasshopper Zurich are in the Swiss 2nd tier, which isn't great. The chances of him breaking into this very strong Wolves side are getting slimmer and slimmer year on year, it seems. A permanent move maybe on the cards from next season. He needs to put in a strong season in Switzerland. It's simple as that, to put himself in the shop window of potentially Championship League 1 sides. I rate Ronan. I think he's a really, really good player, and I don't really get this move that much, to be honest. It's a weird one. Would like to have seen him maybe stay in England, stay in the eye of people. Yeah, it's a weird move for me, but best of luck to him. Hope he gets on really well over there, because I think he is a very talented player. Next up we have Ryan Cassidy, young striker in the under 21 setup. He moved from Watford, Championship side now, of course, to Accrington Stanley, a League 1 side, on loan. I've ranked this as a number 8. Good move for the 19-year-old striker. He's unlikely to get much action with Watford in the Championship, and move to League 1, where he will hopefully get lots of first team action, is only a good thing for his international hopes in the future. So yeah, hopefully he can put in a good season in League 1, and then work his way into the Championship, and then he'll be starting to be seen along the likes of Sean Maguire and stuff, and contention for the Irish setup. So yeah, best of luck to him at Accrington Stanley. Next up, Callum Robinson, Sheffield United to West Brom. One of the more high profile moves probably, on a loan deal. I've gone with a number 10. It's a simple enough one. I've ranked it at number 10. Simple enough one. Good enough player to start for Ireland right now, of course. Leading a Premier League team, he probably wouldn't be starting for a Premier League team. He will be starting for win-win for him and for Ireland. So yeah, I've gone with number 10. It doesn't get too much better than that. And Callum Robinson, he seems to be getting his game at West Brom as well. Good player, and I like him. Him, Grady, Diangana and Pereira as a front three for West Brom will be good, and be interesting to see if they can stay up with them 3 up top. And the last player we will look at, I've probably missed out on a few, so let me know in the comments below if I have. The last player is Troy Parrott. He of course moved from Spurs to Millwall on loan. I've ranked this at number 9. A bit of a shame. I think he went off injured with an injury. He seems to have picked up a few knocks so far this season. It's a great move from him. He's one of the most promising talents in the Irish setup right now. I feel bad for him in the sense that I feel like a lot of pressure has been put on him with tags like generational talent, and a lot of comparisons to Robbie Keane. Obviously with the Spurs connection there. This kid has a really bright future, and if he gets his head down at Millwall, scores goals, he'll be a Premier League striker before long, there's no doubt about it. So yeah, I'm excited to see how Troy Parrott gets on this season. Hopefully he can stay clear of injuries. It'd be a great shame if he's injured for long stages of the season. So yeah, hopefully he can stay fit and bang them in. Be great to see. But yeah, as I said, if I missed out on any players, let me know down in the comments below. I really do appreciate the support, guys, and I will leave the links to the custom fan chance posters in the description down below. Please do check them out, guys. Supporting the League of Ireland little by little, and use the LOITV code to receive a free poster. What more could you want? Thanks for watching, guys, and make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. And if you did enjoy the video, why not drop a like on it as well? It is much appreciated. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you in a bit.